Hi everybody, Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. And yes, we are looking at a website. This is Valley Food Storage, and I have been doing extensive research on some of the best food storage options for you and for me. Survival food packages. And Valley Food Storage is one of my favorites. And although I've tried many different types of food storage, this is not a commercial. I want to tell you up front, this is not a paid commercial. This is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project telling you about my research and studies and what I'm starting to lean towards for my food storage supplies. This is long-term shelf life food storage, 25-year shelf life from Valley Food Storage, and from all the ones I've tried, I am impressed with this because they have multiple servings, they have non-GMO, where's my finger? Non-GMO, not genetically modified foods, okay? Gluten-free for those of you who are worried about gluten-free, no shipping, no MSG. Monosodium glutamate is a artificial ingredient, a cancerous ingredient, if I may say, which is it's called a flavor enhancer, and what it does is it tricks your tongue and your taste buds into desiring more. That's all it is. It is a chemical that makes you desire more. And unfortunately now everybody puts MSG in their food, well, almost everybody, and so the effect has been neutralized. But anyway, these guys don't put MSGs in here. They have really cool really good, high quality, real food ingredients in their foods. No fillers, so there's no artificial like cereal fillers and junk, and a lot of other neat things, but what impresses me the most is their ingredients lists, which I'll show you here in a minute. It's just food. So I have been doing a lot of research on what is the best food storage for long-term food supply. 25-year shelf life is average. It's a confusing mess out there trying to decide which food buckets, which food storage provider to choose. And I'm going to be doing a in-depth video review of side-by-side comparisons of all of the major food storage companies and give you the pros and cons of each and compare the rations, the portions, the calorie counts, and the prices side by side. Here we have $150 a month, all right, for 1 month of food. So this is everything you need for 1 month. Now at first you're going to look at it and say, $150 a month. But then you look at the fine print, 85 servings, all right, resealable Mylar packaging, it's got a Ziploc bag, 25-year shelf life, no MSGs, non-GMOs, no fillers, no drink mixes, because they usually use cheap drink mixes to fill in your pack. Make it look like more. Other companies try to make it look like more portions by putting in drink mixes. All natural ingredients. That is a huge thing to me. And they repeat non-GMO. This is everything you need for 30 days. All right. And I'm not going to go into all the details right now on this. I just want you to know I'm leaning towards this company because it's natural foods, and I'll show you one of the meals I've been sampling. I've been sampling the meals here. The taste is good, the quality is good, and you don't have to feel guilty about eating poison because there's no poison here. So let's have a look at the ingredients here. Okay, the Irish pub style cheddar potato, just for an example, we have diced potatoes, we have non-dairy creamer, which has palm oil. It doesn't tell you what's in the non-dairy creamer, which I'm not pleased about that they don't tell you exactly what's in the non-dairy creamer, okay? But they say it's all natural. You can trust them or you don't, but you got to be able to trust somebody somewhere, I guess. It has food starch, sweet whey. Oops, sorry, it's hard for me to look at this. Savory chicken flavor, red and green bell peppers, sea salt, chicken powder, cheddar cheese powder, chopped onions, xanthan gum, aged Parmesan cheese powder, crushed Worcestershire powder, parsley flakes, white pepper, butter, buds, and beef, beer flavor. Okay, that's it. There's no chemicals. So that is very impressive. Let me see if I can find something else to compare with. I'll be back in a minute. Here's an ingredients list that is so fine print you can barely see it. So you compare. It's a quick glance, you can tell if food is good for you, by the way. And I'm going to be doing a video about good food, bad food very soon here. What's good for you and what's not. But if you can see the ingredients list and it's pretty simple and it's not very large for what's in the meal, then you can pretty much know it's going to be better for you. If the ingredients list looks like a book, then it's not going to be as good for you. Now, I can't focus in on this and read it at the same time, but we've got I'm not going to go into all that, but there's a lot of stuff in there, okay? There is a lot of stuff in that. And it gives you an example, side-by-side comparison, the ingredients list of natural food compared to chemical food, alright? It's a huge difference. The text is bigger on the natural foods, and there's a whole lot less text. So, that's why I'm leaning towards the Valley Food Storage for my my survival food. Camping food, survival food, shelf-stable food, and in case the system breaks down or I lose my source of income, food. And I have survived for months at a time when losing my job or my source of income on food that I had stockpiled. So that is very, very important. And I think every family should start stockpiling food. And again, I'm not selling anything. This is just me talking to you. Hi everybody, Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. And you guys may remember that I received a package from Valley Food Storage a while ago. And I have been trying out their foods. This one I have not yet opened the package yet, but I want to share with you valleyfoodstorage.com there. I want to share with you my thoughts on these meals, and I'm going to cook this one while you watch and share with you my first experience and my first thoughts as I try it out. Now, the thing about Valley Food Storage is they have a 25-year shelf life. It is dried and prepackaged meals, sealed and shelf stable. But the amazing thing about this company, which I really like, is that it's all natural ingredients. And that is really exciting because most of your survival food for long-term storage like this is artificial chemical garbage and really not good for you. It's survival food. You will survive, but your life will be shortened if you eat too much of it. And in this case, the ingredients are all natural. Let me zoom in the camera. Let me pause a second. Here we just have pasta. We have non-dairy creamer. And we have, which is basically palm oil. And I guess they don't tell you what's in the creamer, but it says cheddar cheese powder, food starch, sea salt, Asiago cheese powder, can't say that right, forgive me, sauteed onion flavor, sauteed mushroom flavor, freeze-dried broccoli, freeze-dried peas, sour cream powder, garlic granules, basil leaves, just text, I'm not sure what that is, parsley flakes, black pepper, and crushed red pepper. There are no preservatives, no chemicals, no MSGs, and I am truly amazed at their ability to give you a freeze-dried meal with 25-year shelf life with no preservatives and all natural ingredients. So I'm really impressed with that. So let's set up the kitchen here and try it out. Now, my only complaint with these meals is, you can see here I had recently the Irish pub style cheddar potato, which is again all natural ingredients. Now, they don't list out what's in their flavors. It just says, for example, beef flavor. So I don't know what's in their flavors. They don't break that down very closely, but No MSG, no trans fats, sea salt, no cholesterol, just add water. But it's labeled and packaged for an entire package. So it says directions: bring 5 cups of water to a boil and pour in entire contents. I don't like that. I would like it if they broke it down into individual servings, because I'm a single person, and in a bug out scenario you don't want to eat 5 servings in one meal. So I would suggest that they divided it up into individual servings. And again, bring 5 cups of water to a boil, put in entire contents. So I'm going to basically go by guess and by feel here. I'm going to take the, let me mix it up, make sure it's not settled or anything in the meantime. I'm going to try to give take a good guess and make myself a portion. So you can go by feel on this, and that's exactly what I'm going to end up doing. So I'm just going to put in what I feel is a good serving of this. And then I'm going to go by feel and try to make some pasta here. So, you know, figure out how much water. I'm just going to go and put some in. Now, what I've done so far with their meals is I just make a good educated guess and pour in what I think looks right, and then add as needed as it's heating up. So this is not a survival cooking. Let me put it on the other burner. It's too big a burner for this pot. This is not survival cooking. This is cooking in my kitchen. But I just wanted to share with you my thoughts on this this food, which is really good, by the way, and healthier for you than most of your survival meals out there, as I said. So I'm just going to stir that up. Let me get the camera over here. So I'm just going to stir that up. Put the heat on higher at first. I'm probably going to need a little bit more water for that. You can go by feel, but that's, again, my only complaint. The food is really good and tasty and nourishing. It's healthier for you than any of the survival foods I've seen out there so far. Everything else is full of chemicals. So if they would label these for individual portions, it sure would be nice. Now I understand it's awkward for them to do because the powder, the flavoring powder, is in the pouch with the noodles in this case, and with the peas, and it's all mixed. And it would be very awkward to give you individual portions with that. So I can understand these are bulk packs. So it is doable though. As you can see, I am preparing a single meal for myself out of their bulk pack. So it is possible just by eyeing it up and pouring in some water. So I'm probably going to need a little bit more water, but as it starts to thicken, I'll eye it up and I'll add more as we go. But it looks pretty tasty. It's a creamy sauce, and there's some spices and herbs, and there's peas in there, and noodles. Macaroni, I should say. So we'll be back in a little bit here as it starts to cook. Alright, I got a nice rolling boil here. I just turned down the gas a little. Noodles are cooking out. It's going to be a nice creamy thick sauce. I like the thicker sauces. So I think I'm actually going to turn off the heat for a while and let that cook down with the lid on it. I work sparingly on my energy, so I'm going to let that cook for a few minutes until it absorbs some more of that water. And then we'll come back and take a look at it. Well, it's looking good, but as I said, I've got to add a little bit more water. The noodles are looking good, but they just need a little bit more water, a little bit more cooking to finish them. So I'm going to bring it back up to a boil, stir that in, and let them finish cooking. I prefer to put a little bit of water at a time. Of course, this is only my second shot of water. You saw me do the first, and this is my second little shot. But I prefer to do a little bit of water at a time, and then heat it to a boil and let it sit for a while to conserve fuel. And also, that way I don't put too much water in at once. Then I like the thick creamy sauce when I'm done. So it shows that you can take the bulk portions, the bulk meals, and break it down into single servings. Now this is a large serving for me, but I am hungry and I eat large portions anyway. Especially in this winter cold that we've got recently. It's December. I've been working outdoors a lot and need a good heavy meal. So we'll let that come to a boil, which is almost is already, and then I'll let it sit again with the lid on it, and it should be pretty much done after that. Well, there it is, thickened up nicely. So I'll give it a try here. Well, let's see. Grab a couple noodles. It's hot, so can't take too much at once. It's pretty good. I think it's got a good flavor. I like the creamy thickness of it. Good texture. For my liking, I'd prefer a little bit more salt. These are not as high sodium as your average survival meal, but therefore they are healthy for you. I just generally eat a lot more salt myself, so that's a personal preference, but I think they're really good meals. I had, like I said before, the Irish cheddar potato, and it was really, really good. So, so far my first impressions with the Valley Food Storage, it's really good food, healthy food, high quality food, and I definitely don't have to feel guilty when I'm out in the field or in a survival scenario, or even training for that matter especially, that I'm poisoning myself, because there's nothing bad about this stuff. So that's the biggest thing that impresses me with this company is that it's all natural. So, well, I'm going to enjoy my lunch, and I'll talk to you guys later. So you guys can go check out Valley Food Storage. Their website, valleyfoodstorage.com. This is not a paid commercial. This is just me trying out some food and telling you what I think. Oh, they've got a monthly plan. Okay, for $50 a month, every month you receive 3 entrees, and 1 breakfast. Okay. A total of 30 servings a month for $50. Alright, that's a really good deal. So if you stay on the program 1 year, you'll already have enough food for 3.5 months. So that is a cool deal. They do have a monthly payment plan, so you go on and pay either $50 a month or $100 a month, and I think the $50 a month deal is what I'm going to go with. Let's go back to that because let me see, monthly plans, go back one. $50 a month for your long-term food storage, and you continue buying $50 a month, every month. Let them book it from you, let them keep sending you food. There are disasters, there are problems, and the system breaks down. Hurricanes, typhoons, whatever. Tornado, flood, war, whatever. I believe in stocking up. Loss of income. Yeah, you lose your job. This is insurance, all right? Everybody buys insurance, but nobody thinks of insurance for their food, for their family. This is insurance, people. And again, I am not advertising, okay? I am not advertising or marketing this. This is me talking to you to try to save your butt and save your family. This is insurance.